Alright, let's dive into something that's been blowing up in the sports world lately, and trust me, it's a doozy. So, picture this, a WNBA game, high stakes, intense energy, and then, bam, a dangerous hit. DiJonai Carrington, Chicago Sky player, delivers a brutal foul on Sophie Cunningham of the Indiana Fever, resulting in a flagrant 2 and an ejection. But here's where it gets messy. Instead of owning the moment, Carrington storms off, pulls out her phone, and posts "white privilege at Indiana Fever" on Threads. Wait, what? Let's break this down because, personally, I think this is about way more than just a foul. First off, the hit itself was undeniably reckless. Cunningham was mid-air, vulnerable, and Carrington's contact was above the neck, a clear danger zone. But what's really fascinating here is the aftermath. Carrington didn't just accept the consequences, she turned it into a racial issue. Now, I'm not here to debate the validity of her claim, but the timing and context are interesting. Why bring race into this immediately? It feels like a deflection, and honestly, it's a tactic we've seen before. When you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about one player's actions, it's about a pattern of behavior and how the league and media respond. Speaking of media, the coverage of this incident has been, in my opinion, pretty revealing. ESPN's Andraya Carter, for instance, tried to rationalize the hit by saying, "That's what DiJonai Carrington does." Okay, but here's the thing, just because a player has a certain style doesn't make dangerous plays acceptable. Carter's analysis felt like a cop-out, almost like she was saying, well, that's just how she plays, as if that excuses the risk to another player's safety. What many people don't realize is that this kind of narrative, downplaying aggression when it's directed at certain players, has become a trend in WNBA coverage, especially when the target is someone like Cunningham. Now, let's talk about Sophie Cunningham for a second. She's not just any player, she's someone who's been vocal about controversial topics, like her stance against male athletes competing in women's sports. From my perspective, this puts a target on her back. Players might feel like they can get away with more aggression toward her because, hey, the league and media will likely rationalize it. And that's exactly what happened here. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about one foul, it's about the culture of accountability, or lack thereof, in the WNBA. What makes this really interesting is the double standard. Imagine if the roles were reversed. If a white player had drilled a black opponent above the neck and then posted a racial accusation, the backlash would have been immediate and severe. But here? Carrington gets defended, her actions explained away. It's not just about race, it's about power dynamics and who gets the benefit of the doubt. One thing that immediately stands out is how quickly the narrative shifted from Carrington's responsibility to, well, everything else. It's like the focus became her post rather than the dangerous play itself. And that's a problem. This raises a deeper question: why are we so quick to excuse certain players' actions while scrutinizing others? Is it about race? Popularity? Or is it something bigger, like the league's reluctance to address its own biases? A detail I find fascinating is how this isn't even Carrington's first time in hot water. Remember when she hit Caitlin Clark in the eye during the 2024 postseason? Instead of apologizing, she mocked the backlash. What this really suggests is that there's a pattern here, and the league isn't doing enough to address it. In my opinion, player safety should be non-negotiable. It shouldn't matter who delivers the hit or who's on the receiving end. But right now, it feels like the WNBA is sending a different message. Personally, I think this incident is a wake-up call. It's not just about Carrington or Cunningham, it's about the league's integrity and how it handles accountability. If we're going to move forward, we need to stop making excuses and start holding everyone to the same standard. So, here's my closing thought: what does this say about the WNBA as a whole? Are we seeing a league that prioritizes certain narratives over player safety? Or is this just a one-off incident blown out of proportion? I'll leave that for you to decide. But one thing's for sure, this conversation isn't going away anytime soon. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are we overreacting, or is this a symptom of a bigger issue? Let's keep the discussion going.